Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are going to work with the lookup column in SharePoint using SPFx. We will fetch the data from separate lookup list, bind that data to a dropdown using Fluent UI, and then allow users to select a value. And finally, we'll insert that selected lookup value into our main event list from the SPFx web part. I'll also explain how lookup field works internally and why we store the selected item using its ID. So you might be seeing the data like this, but internally we'll be inserting the ID of this. So that way in the main list, we'll have the exact like Mumbai. If I select Mumbai, it may have some another ID and it will be added Mumbai here and not the ID. Talking about the lookup list that we have this list available. We have title, we have country. We will be getting this data in our drop down and user can select and insert it. Then we have the main list, which is a event list, and here we have this column event location. If I go to column setting, this is the column name. Then we have the type as lookup, selected a list as the source list is this event location, which is this one, right? And then I have selected title as the lookup column, right? So that is what we have with the lookup list and main list, and we will be working with this. If you insert the data, you'll be adding the lookup value. But what we can do right now is we'll start with coding. This is, you'll get the data this way and you'll be adding the data. So what I will do, I will close this for now, and this as well. I will close this also, the code which is running, and I'll go to the file, and in here we have YouTube SPFx, and I've already created multiple projects on SPFx. If you haven't watched that, I will recommend you to watch that as well. So I have this how SPFx lifecycle web part works, then inserting the data, getting the data, CRUD operation, and all those stuff. So I'll add the link in the description, or you can check my channel. But for now, we'll work on this event registration. I will open this and I will open with code, or what you can do, you can go to CMD and here you can add code. That way you will be opening the Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is open, and here we have, this is our main tsx file. Here we have to start with the interface. So we will go here, and after this we will be having event location ID question mark. It will be number event location option, because in lookup we will be having the key and the value like that. So we will be having the key and that string value. So we will be adding key, again the number, and then we will be having the text will be of string, right? Empty array, that's it. And now we are done with this. The next step that we have is to work on the state, this one, the constructor, and in state we have to find, because nothing has been selected when page is loaded. Then we have event location, and again it will be empty array, and that's it. Now after that, what we have is we will be having another function. Maybe we can add it after this. This will be private to load all the data that we have in the lookup list. So load event locations is equal to async promise. As we are getting the data from the list, we will need this promise, for async await void, and now we will be having the try catch error, and inside this console dot error error loading event locations and error set with the try. Okay, sorry, have to add the comma here, and I'll just do the document formatting, and after catch will be const items is equal to await this dot sp dot web dot list dot get by title, and we will be having our list name, right? So just get it and locations, or maybe just add it here. Don't need to have this, you can remove it, and you can remove this and add some space, because that percentage 20 stands for space, and as we are adding in double quotes, we don't need that. uh, After this we have the items dot selected, we will need id comma and title, right? Now we have const, we'll get the options that we have. So now we have got all the data in the items. We have to get the uh, title, right? Title and ID. So that is what we will get, this items here. We'll do the map. So it will get one by one all the records that we have, and I any key I dot ID comma, sorry, and we have the text I dot title. So in from here only we have title. We also have ID. If you, I mean, if you can go to list settings, you'll get ID and all those stuff. So we have to get that. Here also you can't see. If you go to the all items, you'll see ID and all those stuff. And now semicolon, after this dot set state round bracket curly bracket event location option, and we'll get all the options inside that. That's it, right? Now what we have, this is done. We just have to add it in our, where is that component did mount. We'll just add it here. Get this for now, paste it, and replace it with this. So what it will do, it will first the component did mount will run, and it will check for this event location, and it will load the um, lookup list, and it will get all the data inside the 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 one which we have created, where it is here, right? This one, event location option, it will add all those options that we have inside this. And now what we have to do, we have to add the control here. We have to add the field. So just go here. Here we have to add the drop down label event location placeholder. Select the city, options. This will be our option. This dot state dot event location option that we have. We have option, I have, and state dot event option. I hope we have option and not options. I think I have to add options, but I have added the option here, so that's okay. Like, up to you, however you want to add. I've added option here, and after that we will be having the selected key. This dot state dot event location ID, and we have on change curly bracket. Inside that we will be having the round bracket, underscore, comma, option, this dot set state, round bracket. Inside that it will be curly bracket, event location ID, option, question mark, dot key as number. So we'll get the key of whatever we have, selected. On change, or on change, we'll get the key of that, and that's it. Like, after that we will be closing the drop down. That's it. I will just format this for a better readability. And once this is done, what we have to do, we have to go to handle submit, or maybe we'll just do the gulp serve for now. Oh, it has been reloaded. Now what I will do, I will go here, and if you have seen, when I did the gulp serve, this ran and this edge was opened. What we have to do, we have to just duplicate this, and here we have to replace it with this. I will add the web part, and if you go here, if you see, we have all the data available, but we won't be able to insert it. For that, what we need to do, we have to add it in the handle submit. This, when we are inserting the data into a list, we have to add it here. So for this, what you have to do, you have to go to the list, the main list you have added as event location. You can get this, but as you are adding the ID, right? So you have to add the ID there. So for that, what I will do, I'll just edit this. You get the event location, we'll add it here, and after this you'll have the ID, like this, because it is again, if you have seen the person type, it is same as that. We have the referred by ID, we have referred to ID, even though the column name was referred by and referred to, because it is stored, like data or whatever is stored in some another list, and we are referring with the ID. Same with person and with the lookup. So that is the reason we need the ID. You can't just add the location. It is because you might having the same location name, but the ID might be different. So that is the reason we need that, right? The ID. So here, event location ID, this dot state dot event location ID, and I will save it now. Let's see. If it reloads, okay, it has been reloaded. I'll go here to the workbench. I will refresh this and we'll add the data and we'll check here if it is added or not. Let this reload. Okay, so it has been reloaded. What I will do, I'll add some data, mid-year event, April 26. Employee ID will be test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Comment will be this is test comment. Experience will be 7. Date of joining will be Feb 28 and it will be maybe 2023. Okay, I didn't select it. 2023. Feel again Feb 28. Event type will be workshop, skills, React, SPFx, Azure, Power Platform, SharePoint, referred by Satish, referred to Reena, Shankar, and internal event. Location will be Mumbai, and if I click on register event, it has been registered successfully. And if I go here to the list, if I scroll it down, I'll be able to see all the data that I've added, right? You can see here the data has been added few seconds ago and it has been added successfully. So that is it. This was the last part of this series, the part 9, and we have covered everything. Like we started from the text, number, person types, single type, multiple type of person. Then we have covered the drop down like choice column, single and multiple. Then we covered the Boolean. Then in here we covered the lookup. Everything is done. And that's it with this, series as well. This was the last part. And I hope you enjoyed this, this video and whole series if you have watched till here. And if you really did, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll be back with another, series or another video on SPFX. So stay tuned. Thank you and bye.